Top 5 tips for dating in your 30s. Number 1, time. Don't waste time, guys. So many people waste time. Oh, I got plenty of time. You don't. You don't have plenty of time, okay? I coach a lot of women in their 30s, their 40s, their 50s. Time slips away pretty fast. How do you waste a lot of time? You waste it with the wrong person. Most people waste a ton of time with someone who's a 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10. And they keep trying with the same person. It's just a complete waste. It's really quite absurd. You don't want to do that. Don't waste your precious time. You got to do a good job with time. Okay, you got to do a good job with time. How much time do you need? Well, I don't have statistics on the whole world. I do have statistics on my program. If you do my program, the amount of time you need is about 15, 16 weeks. Okay, about 4 months or so to achieve a 10 out of 10. On average in my program, it takes about 15 first dates to achieve a 10 out of 10, 15. And that is to find the person who you will spend the rest of your life with, okay? That's not wasting time. That's going on one proper high value date every week. That's the key. One proper high value date every week, okay? That's the goal. So you gotta do it the right way. You gotta do it the right way. Don't waste time. Don't waste time with the wrong people. If it's not a 10 out of 10, you're single. 10 out of 10 or single, okay? If you're in a toxic relationship, don't try to fix it, just end it and leave. If it's too toxic, just get out of there, okay? That's a big one. That's a really big one. Number 2, make sure you're fit and healthy, okay? This is very controversial for some reason, but at the end of the day, if you are really fat and you don't look after yourself and you don't look very good, you're not gonna get many dates, okay? You don't have to be an absolute supermodel, but do the best you can. Do the best you can with the body you got, okay? Now, I wanna lose a couple of kilos myself, okay? We all probably wanna lose a few kilos, but at least you're doing pretty good, okay? Try your best to do pretty good, all right? You only get one body, guys. Try to look after it, okay? I know ice cream and chocolate taste good, okay? I know going for a run isn't that fun. I get it, but still you only get one body, so you gotta try to be fit and healthy. It's gonna help everything, okay? You're gonna look good, you're gonna get more dates. Your libido's gonna be better. Your intimacy is gonna be better. Everything will be great. Everything will be easier. You'll be happier in general, okay? So that's gonna make a really big difference. The third tip for dating in your 30s is make sure your mindset's really good. If you're overthinking and you're anxious, you got low self-esteem, low self-confidence, you're full of fear, it's gonna be really hard. How do you fix those things? If you're a really bad overthinker, what do? Here's the key, guys. Ice baths, affirmations, reframing negative thoughts. And look, a lot of these things you can do with a pen and a piece of paper. A pen and a piece of paper is the key. It makes an absolute huge difference, okay? Often when I see people overthinking, it's because they're focusing on what they want to avoid instead of what they want to achieve. If you focus on what you want to avoid, then what do you got? You're gonna attract what you want to avoid. You got to focus on what you want to achieve. Most people get into a relationship and they go, well, I hope he doesn't cheat on me. I hope he doesn't cheat on me. And they drive themselves crazy and it ends up happening. They create the situation. It's crazy. They almost bring it into existence. You got to do the opposite of that. You got to do the opposite of that. You got to focus on what you want to achieve. So instead of saying, I hope he doesn't cheat on me, say, I wonder how I can get this relationship to a 10 out of 10. And your brain will give you better answers. Ask the right questions, you get better answers. Ice baths also make a massive difference, guys. Everyone in the world, I believe, should do at least one ice bath a week, okay? It's drastically gonna help your confidence, your self-esteem. It's gonna really help all areas of your life quite significantly, okay? So try to do one ice bath a week, and if you've got a really bad mindset, do one every day, okay? I've taken some people before who suffer with anxiety, depression, all sorts of stuff, and I get them to do an ice bath every day, and it makes a big difference, okay? So do that, write down action plans, okay? Write down action plans, don't stay in the rut. Write down an action plan and get into it, okay? The fourth tip, guys, master masculine and feminine energy. Masculine and feminine energy is a big game changer. It's a big game changer. If you really struggle with masculine and feminine energy, book a call with me, okay? Links in my profile. I'm along on my website, wherever you want to go, and I'll explain it to you. It's a bit of work. It's kind of complicated, but it's very effective, okay? So try your best to master masculine and feminine energy. If you're a woman watching this, the traits of feminine energy are nurturing, caring, supportive, and joyous, okay? Nurturing, caring, supportive, and joyous. Try your best to step in those traits, because if you do, how attractive you are to the opposite gender will go up dramatically, okay? Masculine men want a feminine woman. It's very, very attractive. A woman who's nurturing and kind and caring and supportive and nice and joyous and happy. So attractive, okay? Very different than a woman who's really bitchy and mean and criticizing and bitter and cynical and just hates life. Not attractive, okay? You can be absolutely gorgeous, but if you have a bad attitude, nobody's gonna like you, okay? The fifth tip and the final tip to all this is you gotta make sure you're dating properly. What does that mean? High value dates only, girls. Only do high value dates. If a guy wants to see you, he has to take you on a high value date. That's it. No ifs, buts, no coconuts. You gotta do it properly, okay? So if he says, hey, do you wanna hang out? The answer is no, you're not a towel. Towels hang out, you're a woman, okay? You only do high value dates, you're not a towel. Stop acting like towels. All you guys acting like towels out here, you're wondering why you're not successful. Towels don't have 10 out of 10 relationships, okay? They're used, they're abused, they're chucked on the floor, and they're just a mess, okay? Don't be a towel, you're a woman. Be treated, you gotta set boundaries in place that if someone wants to see you, they must respect those boundaries. Those boundaries being the high value date, okay? A guy picks you up, opens the car door for you, takes you to a nice restaurant, takes you to a nice activity, have some fun, he's a gentleman, he's chivalrous, he pays for the date. You deserve a decent date. High value dates only. Now be aware, in this 21st century, a lot of guys are a bit nervous. They don't want to be rejected. Of course, no one likes to be rejected. So they're going to ask you on a low value date, hey, do you want to get a cup of coffee? Your job is to say, I would absolutely love to go on a date with you. It'd be awesome if we could share a meal instead or do something a bit more fun, spend a bit more time together, yeah? It's your job as a woman to upgrade the date. Now, it's fantastic if a guy can just ask you on a high value date to begin with, but often that's not really reality, and it's gonna be, most guys are gonna ask you on that low value date first. Don't worry about it, upgrade it, go on the high value date, okay? And here's the key, girls, really step into the affection. Really be affectionate. Kiss him on the cheek in the first 3 seconds on the date. Use lots of physical touch the entire time. The more physical affection you use, it's really what it is. Affection is a form of physical reassurance. I want you to remember that. I want you to remember that a lot. Affection is a form of physical reassurance. When you do it, he's gonna make him feel better about himself, and he's gonna think, I'm doing a good job. She likes me. I must be doing really well, okay? Give him that physical reassurance. It's gonna help him step into more of his masculine energy, be more confident. It's gonna have more fun, more charisma, more chemistry. Everything's gonna work way better, okay? Do it right. Follow these 5 tips, guys. It's gonna make a big difference. And check out my last video here. That's gonna help too. See you guys.